Welcome. This is Vinay Ramat in front of you all, and today I am present here to introduce one. I am present here to represent one grammar topic called. This grammar topic is regarding basics. Means basics are nothing but the object, subject, and verb, predicate, and complement. Means I will tell you the definitions and the uses, correct uses, and the functions of those in this video. So please watch it till the end of the video, and if you need doubts and corrections will arise, please send me the corrections and through the comments. Okay, thank you so much. And without further delay, we shall move on to the topic. We shall join the topic. What is subject, object, verb? Basic grammar aspects I have written here. What is subject, object, and verb? Today we are going to understand. And what is subject, predicate, and subject and complement? What is the difference between subject and predicate and subject and complement? I will tell you first. We are going to deal about the subject, object, and verb. What are these? Through the examples, you will understand thoroughly. Means these examples will make things clear. Okay. Please concentrate here. Mohan, what is this? This is subject. This is verb, and this one is preposition. This is object. And let me tell you, let me define. Some doubts are there. Means something different in English. Means this English is not an Indian English. This is Britain English. And don't learn the American or Britain. Just learn only standard Indian English. So that is why I am giving what I know about grammar topics. Just I am representing in front of you all. Okay, just I am sharing. What is subject, verb, and verb and object? In Kannada language, you can see subject will come first, and after the subject, the object will occur. But here the verb will occur in the last in Kannada. But here in English, this is quite different than that language, because here after the subject the verb will appear. So that is why this is something different than the Kannada language. So that is why please concentrate here. So just I am elaborating about this. First we should know that what is subject. Subject means what? I will tell you. Subject is nothing but who is performing the action. He is called the subject. Through whom the action is going on, he is called subject. And what is meant by object? Object means who is receiving the action. He is called the object. And what is verb? Verb is nothing but, I have already told you in our previous video regarding the parts of speech. You can go and check that video. I will give you the link in the description. Okay, thank you. What is verb? Verb is nothing but action words are called verb. Here I will tell you. In simple definitions, you will remember, you will recognize, you will realize earlier. I will tell you some simple definitions about subject. Subject is nothing but doer. The doer is called the subject, and object means the receiver of the action. He is called the object, and verb is nothing but who is performing the action. Who is performing the action? He is called subject, and who is receiving the action? He is called object. And the action words are called verb. Here this is verb, this is a subject, and this is the preposition, and this is the object. Okay, I hope you understood thoroughly. Thank you so much. Let us move on to the topic. Let us move on to another content, that is subject to predicate, subject and complement. What are these? Subject and predicate, subject and complement. These are nothing but subject. If we the examples will make things clear, I will show you. This is subject predicate, subject and predicate. This is the subject, and remaining part will be predicate. Predicate is nothing but, predicate is a fancy word for verb, and the predicate also required an object. Okay, if we you should only understand that if we remove the subject and the remaining part will be predicate. but there are some rules and regulations are there. What is means the predicate is a required finite verb, not non-finite verb. It required a finite verb. Okay. First you should understand what are the finite and non-finite. You will understand thoroughly. Now finite verb are nothing but finite verbs are nothing but these will change according to the number, according to the gender, and according to the tense. But non-finite verbs are not like that. They are. I will tell you some forms are there. Non-finite verbs are required gerund form and infinitive form. Gerund form means they will get ing. The verb will be in ing form, but they will act as a noun in the sentences, not as a verb. And infinitive is nothing but 2 plus verb. That's we call infinitive. And this is also not work as a verb in the sentence. This is only work as a noun in the sentence. Okay, keep in mind. Sorry, infinitive. What's wrong with me? Sorry. Infinitive 2 plus verb is verb is right. That is a formula of infinitive, but that is not like that. 2 plus verb is also verb. It will act as a verb in the sentence, but gerund form 2 plus verb plus ing will act as a noun, but 2 plus verb will act infinitive as a verb. Okay, it will only require one preposition and verb, and it will act as a the whole part act as a what? Infinitive. This is infinitive now. 2 plus verb. And swimming is the best exercise. Here this swimming is verb plus ing, but it is acting as a noun here. This is gerund form. These infinitive and gerund form belongs to non-finite verb. Just let us move on to the topic. Without further delay, we should go on the topic. Here, if we remove the subject, the remaining part will be predicate. So the predicate verb required finite verb. That's we call only predicate. Then only it will be predicate. So that is why I will show you the demo. This is not subject and predicate. This is only a meaningful sentence. Okay, because the infinitive occurred here. So that is why this is not a subject and predicate, and this is not a complement. Okay, this is not a subject and complement. So that is why you should delete this one from your mind. And I hope you understood thoroughly, because subject and predicate and subject and complement are nothing but these both are same. Okay, both are same, just their names are different. Okay, now I have given here means in object subject we have already deal about we have already discussed about the subject, verb and object. But in object there are two types. One is direct object and one is indirect object. Direct object is nothing but here, as you can see here, I have given you two examples already. Shyam gave a pen. Here, gave a pen. This is direct object. This is direct object. And here, this is direct object and this is indirect object. How? He gave a pen, but whom he have given a pen? Here they have not mentioned. So that is why this is direct object, and here this is indirect object, because he have given me a pen. So that is why this is indirect object. Okay, I hope you understood thoroughly. And what is the difference between direct and indirect? The indirect object will receive the action directly from the subject, and the indirect object will receive the action from the direct object. That's called indirect object. Okay, I hope you understood thoroughly. Thank you so much. If any doubts and corrections are there, please send me the corrections and please comment me. I hope that you will surely grant me. Thank you so much.